Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Gabby and welcome. So today I want to talk to you guys about the Schumann resonance frequency. I mention it quite a bit in a lot of my videos, and some people have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when I'm bringing up the Schumann resonance. There are some people that do know what I'm talking about, but there are some people that don't know what I'm talking about, and they usually inbox me questions asking me to explain it to them. So I kind of felt inspired to talk about it today since, the Schumann resonance has been spiking since February 17th, 2019. Today is the 24th, I believe, and it's actually calmed down. The last I looked this morning, there was no blips, no spikes, no nothing on the graph. So right now we're at one of those resting periods. But yesterday we had a few spikes, and it's been on and off since the 17th of February. So how does the Schumann resonance affect us? Some of you guys may ask. As a spiritual being merged into a human body, we also merge or entrain or meld with the consciousness and energetic fields of Gaia. Gaia is Earth when we're born. To stay in sync with the planetary composition and frequencies, the human body has an autocorrect system that can recalibrate to the environment when needed. When the auric field of our body is not in sync, it is difficult for the emotional, the spiritual, and the etheric body to sync with the physical body and the frequencies of Earth. At the same time, a burst in frequency of Earth's magnetic frequencies can force or jam any energetic blockages in the auric field that can cause the physical body to stay at a low or stagnant frequency, also known as the ELF, extremely low frequency. Now, bursts of higher frequencies are a good thing. It's a good thing for clearing the auric field of our body, and as long as it's done in moderation. So, for example, if you were to be electrocuted from an electrical outlet in your home, you may have a better chance at recovering from that shock than from getting struck by lightning. Now, the spiritual and metaphysical explanation of raising the body frequency of the physical body is the higher the frequency, the less dense reality we will be experiencing. Now, the goal is to transform the 3D dense controlling reality that we're experiencing and living in into a way that unifies humanity in a loved based higher consciousness while still existing and living in this physical body as we move into the fourth and fifth dimension. Now, this can only be achieved by releasing the energetic blocks of the past, of childhood, that keeps you stuck in creating a reoccurring illusion of denseness and dis-ease in the physical reality. They as in the shadow government, they are still trying to keep us in the illusion by telling you or programming you to believe that what I'm saying is a conspiracy, and to program you to believe that I'm the one that's lost my mind or that I'm the one that's nuts. Everything that you have ever been taught has been a lie. Okay? Everything that you have been taught in school has been a lie. You have been indoctrinated and programmed and brainwashed and hypnotized since day one. Everything's been a lie. From history class telling you that George Washington was the first president, that's a lie. Actually, the first president was a black man. He was a president for a year, but they won't tell you that because we have a racist government. We still live in a racist country. Okay? The map of our earth, the map of the land it's shown to you it's a lie. You have been deceived. Your health care, what you've been taught about your health, has been a lie. You're being lied to. They're telling you that there's no cure for cancer. There's actually a cure for cancer. They just don't want to release it because the big pharma will lose out on all that money from all those sick people. Everything is an illusion. Everything is a lie. If you don't believe me, do your research. Even this ascension that has taken place is written down, and it's hidden in the Vatican. And what's not hidden in the Vatican was destroyed and burned. They don't want you to know this knowledge. They don't want you to wake up, because once you're awake, they cannot control you anymore. They want to keep you under their spell because they want to continue to control you. Everything is an illusion, a lie to keep you submissive and scared. Now, getting back to the energies, releasing these energy blocks will allow the physical body to vibrate more harmoniously with the planetary frequency and to have a healthy energy flow within the body, which prevents aging and disease. If your body is stuck in the old paradigm, the old ways and beliefs, it's because you're being coddled by convenience into a low frequency. Then a burst of frequency can do one of two things. If the person has raised their consciousness enough to realize something is happening and is able to have an open mind and an open heart, then the person will begin to absorb these frequencies as much and as fast as their mind and spirit allows them to. Absorbing these frequencies causes the water in the body, in our body, to begin to vibrate at the frequency of the spike that's occurring. And I'm talking about the Schumann resonance. This could cause many uncomfortable symptoms that a lot of you guys have been experiencing. But in the end, it is also a testament that something is really, really, really going on. Something is really happening to our planet and to our consciousness. We'll have something amazing to add to our history books. Now, a few of the most common symptoms of these spikes in the electromagnetic frequency are things like hot flashes. As the body vibrates faster, it generates heat, blurred vision, vertigo, dizziness, irregular heartbeat or a skipped heartbeat, palpitations, unexplained pains that linger in the body. They may mysteriously just come and go. Ringing in one ear or both ears, leaking ears where it feels like your ears are draining or leaking, high-pitched frequencies, eye twitching, harmonic tones, or sometimes temporary deafening where it feels like you are like in a box or a tunnel, or like you just like for a moment everything just seems so quiet that you feel like maybe you had lost your hearing. Mood swings as emotional blocks come up to be resolved or karmic clearing. Extreme fatigue or extreme energy bursts, depending on the kind of frequency that we're experiencing at that current time. Increased in intuition, a sense of knowing or remembering things that guide you through difficulties, and increased in your sixth sense ability beyond, touch, taste, feel, hearing, and seeing. You may experience nausea, flu-like symptoms, problems with your digestion, diarrhea or constipation, extreme hunger or lack of hunger, anxiety, and the increase of the fight or flight mode in your body. Now, as you can see, if some of these negatively affected symptoms persist without the person doing things to help the body acclimate, it will most definitely feel like your body is beginning to exhibit evidence of shutting down, or it may make you even feel like you're dying, but you're not dying. In fact, it's purging in order to be able to acclimate. very similar to how your body deals with the flu or viruses. Now, if a person is completely unconscious and is not a caring, compassionate person, or is not a souled human, a person that has no soul, then these frequencies will irritate and disturb and will most likely not be integrated. These types of people will stay at a low frequency and will not benefit from the incoming waves of energy. It could even begin to cause their physical body to shut down because it's not able to stay manifested in harmony with the planet's frequency. Unfortunately, some people are not handling this well physically, and I've heard a lot, and you may have heard or seen a lot of people transitioning, dying at this time. Most are dying due to heart problems. Our heart is in sync with the earth. Now, there is certainly no judgment in any of this, any of what I just said, as some people did not choose to come here to go through this shift in frequency, or they just simply did not have enough energy left in them to get them through the shift that's occurring. And no one ever really dies anyway because we are all infinite, we are all divine. Not all of us incarnated here on earth for the same reason. Okay, some of us incarnated here for other reasons. Not all of us chose to experience this shift. Not all of us chose to come here to volunteer to wake up the masses. Not all of us chose to volunteer to come here to take care of the planet, to help it go through its energy shift. Everybody has a certain role. So everything is as it should be, and everything happens for a reason. I feel that these souls that die due to the shift on earth simply move to another frequency outside of the constraints of the physical body and go where they need to be, or where they're needed at the time of their passing in order to continue on their journey. So I'm going to share with you a few ways that you can acclimate the body to embrace the higher frequencies as they come in. There are many ways to help yourself to adjust to the energies, but I'm just going to go over a few of the most common ways that you could practice to acclimate to the energies that are coming in. And one of those things that you can practice is meditating. Meditate, meditate, meditate. I know that may sound a little cliche, but meditating, not the kind of meditation to connect with astral beings or to have an out of body experience. You want to practice peace and a quiet mind and focus on your breathing. It's a breath meditation, and focus on energy flow. Energy flow works best, and you can do that with your eyes closed, or you can do it with your eyes open. And a good breathing exercise would be pranayama breathing. And if you don't know what that is, you can definitely go to YouTube and Google it. Uh, Yoga with Adriene has a tutorial on how to do pranayama breathing, and she's really excellent at teaching it. Another thing that you can do is grounding or earthing. Earthing is going outside on the ground barefoot, walk around in the grass or the dirt or the rocks, whatever. Spending time in nature, taking a sea salt or an Epsom salt bath, swimming, eating grounding foods like carrots, beets, potatoes, or anything that grows in the ground, like potatoes and sweet potatoes and stuff like that. Another thing that you can do is ask your higher self or God or source or your creator, your spiritual divine team, to assist you in acclimation, in acclimating your body to the frequencies, especially if you are suffering with a lot of those symptoms that I read off earlier. Drink plenty of water, pure water. Stay away from fluoride. If you use toothpaste, make sure it says fluoride-free toothpaste. If you drink water, try not to drink it from the faucet. A lot of faucet water has fluoride in it. Drink spring water, or if you do drink faucet water, drink get a filter or a reverse osmosis system to filter your water. You can even buy bottled water that has went through the reverse osmosis treatment. Another important thing that you can do is rest and relax. The body has an uncanny ability to do much of its resetting while your body is asleep or while your body is resting and laying down. So if you're tired, rest, sleep, take a power nap. Love yourself. Practice self-love. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Pamper yourself. Give yourself a little massage. Make sure that you're eating clean foods and you're drinking clean water, that you're thinking nice, clean, positive, loving thoughts. Take care of yourself. Practice self-love. Gentle exercise like yoga, walking, dancing, anything that moves your body around, sex, anything that moves your body, moving the energy to release those blockages and encourage proper energy flow. Eating whole foods as opposed to eating processed or GMO foods. Listen to your body and do what feels right to make it comfortable. Don't push yourself. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Listen to binaural beats or frequency sounds. I like to listen to them at night when I'm falling asleep. I like to listen to different binaural beats for different reasons. If I have a migraine, I listen to them for migraines. If I want to sleep, I listen to them for sleep. If I want to relax, there's a certain frequency sound that I listen to when I want to sleep or relax. And I find them on YouTube. So you just go to the search engine on YouTube and type in binaural beats and just scroll through the beats and then just pick something that resonates with you. So in the next portion of this video, I'm going to show you guys how to read the Schumann. Well, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to talk to you guys and tell you how to read the Schumann resonance. I don't know how to do that thing with the computer that some people do where they're talking and they're moving around stuff and they're showing you things on their laptop while they're talking. I'll have to look into that. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to talk about it and explain it to you guys on how to read the Schumann resonance. Now, those who are sensitive to energy have been able to correlate when they're feeling something really different or really off or, something strange that they're feeling. They look up the chart to see if there's a wave coming in or a wave occurring. And this is what I used to do. I used to do that. Now I feel the energy a few days before it comes, and then I'll check the Schumann chart, a couple days after just to see if I can get some validation and, put it all together. But before, I don't want to say experience, but I guess experience. Before, when I was experiencing these things, I used to journal, and then I would look up to see what the solar activity, what was going on with the sun, what was going on with the geomagnetic system, with the Schumann resonance, and then I would piece everything together. That's why journaling is important. You guys should be journaling. And now I get all these symptoms and I automatically know, okay, that's plasma energy, that's geomagnetic energy, that, this is coming in due to the certain symptoms that my body is sending out. So at this point of the video, I'm going to put up a picture and show you guys a shot of the Schumann resonance and what it looked like from the Russian website on November 9th, 2018, okay? So I hope this picture comes up correctly. On the left of this picture, on the left portion of this picture, you will see the hertz. And on the lower axis, you will see the time of day, and it's in UTC time. Okay, UTC +7, and that's +7 hours. The top axis shows the date. The green shows what I assume are normal pulses of the electromagnetic frequency. And a whiteout has been shown to correlate with thousands of people being able to feel the fluctuation in their physical body. These are not spikes, by the way. These are actually tones. When you see the white lines on the Schumann resonance, when you start to learn how to read it and you get familiar with it, those lines are tones. The planet is making a louder sound. The 7.83 hertz that we're used to is the Om sound. Now, when you're looking at the chart and you see that big white blob, that's the whiteout that I'm talking about. The wider the band of the whiteout that you're looking at, the longer the wave it's consistently hitting. The one showed here was a big one starting around 1800 hours on November 8th, 2018, and lasted for several hours. It looks as if the spikes were around 24 hertz. Now, as a side note, most people claim to feel extremely sleepy and they just can't keep their eyes open, and they may experience burning dry eyes. Some people even experience migraine headaches. Me, on the other hand, when these whiteouts occur, I feel energized, awake. I feel like I'm driven with passion, and I love when we get these spikes. When we get that downtime, when there is no activity on the Schumann resonance, that's when I feel like I'm like, ugh, like I have no energy, and that's when I start to feel a lot of the symptoms. And I think, not that I think, I feel that because we've had so many spikes since 2014, I feel that my body, my auric field, and um, my resonance has acclimated with the earth, with everything that's going on. So I think that I'm kind of used to those higher hertz, those higher amplitudes, higher frequencies. So when it goes down to the normal 7.83, it kind of like throws me off. It makes me feel like it brings me down, low energy. Now here's the same chart with an arrow that shows what the normal is, which I just spoke about, the 7.83 hertz. Now check this chart out. From September 7th through the 9th of 2018, we got hit with a big whiteout, with a big blast of energy. Now I realize that these charts that you're seeing are screenshots, so they may be a little bit blurry or hard to read, but I mean, you can Google them so you can get a better look at them. These ones that I'm posting up here are just for educational purposes. You could go to the Russian website for a real-time chart and better clarity. I'm not sure the Russian site allows you to go back in time to look at old charts, but I know that the Heart Math Center allows you to go back to look at old charts, and I'll link both of those down below in the description area. Now, the Schumann charts have shown these wild fluctuations for a long time, for a while now. It's not steady anymore. It has raised up a few notches, as I just spoke about, and some of us are now acclimated in the new frequency. And it's at about an 8.5 up to a 16 hertz as the new normal. The 7.83 is not the normal anymore. It used to be. In the 1950s, it started to vary and show some change here and there, a few blips every now and then. Very rare though. But in 2014, it started to shift and change a lot more. It was very noticeable. Everybody was talking about it. In the last 6 years, it has accelerated as if we were, I don't know, traveling through an unseen energy portal or something. The frequencies and intensity makes us feel like, days are going by faster, weeks are just flying by, they're shorter. It's like time has sped up. So what does this frequency stuff and Hertz talk all mean? Frequency means how many wave cycles happen in a second. Okay, 1 hertz means 1 cycle per second. So 40 hertz means 40 cycles per second. So we were at 7, almost 8 hertz as the normal, the 7.83, almost 8, we're going to round it off, almost 8 hertz per second. And then we just jumped to 30, 40, sometimes 90. That's huge jumps. Those are huge cycles that are happening. That's a huge increase. No wonder why the effects that we're feeling is so noticeable. Now, the amplitude is the chart that I pay most attention to. Okay, it's the size of the vibration that it's measuring, how big the wave is. And the chart shows the frequency variation in hertz and the amplitude using the white color. I've seen the amplitude go up to 120, and it happened in May of 2017. Now, amplitude is sound. Now, we can conclude logically that the large white color bursts in the electromagnetic frequencies and for long periods of time are going to affect our physical bodies. And we know that because we've been feeling this. These blasts of energy frequencies help humanity awaken from the spell that a low frequency has kept us in. It's kept us stuck in for all these years. I feel it's opening our heart chakra. We are connected. Our heart is connected to this. So I feel that it's opening our heart chakra, allowing this ascension process to begin. Because when you go through the ascension process, I spoke about this in one of my other videos, I feel that the heart chakra is the first chakra to open, opening people up to empathy, emotion, and love. Now, we can all think back to a time in our lives when we found ourselves hypnotized through entertainment or even through slaving at a job that we hated for the need of money because we need it for survival. Many people, including all of you that is watching, have realized that there is something really, really wrong with what is occurring on this planet at this time, or you wouldn't be watching this video. It's because something led you here. Something weird is going on in your life, and it led you here, and you found this information. It is these people who are being affected through waves of energy or vibration, light, and sound that will help them break free of the chaos and the unhappiness that they may find themselves in. On a third dimensional matrix level, there is 1% of the people on this planet who would love to control the 99% of the people living on this planet. They do not have the consciousness or the ability to move through these shifts that are coming in, these upshifts in frequency, like someone who is awake and aware and has made a conscious choice to not be under the control of the system. Eventually, those who raise their physical body frequency to their higher consciousness will be able to outwit and outsmart and outplay those who wish to control them on many levels. Once you're awake, you're no longer controllable. That's why they keep you in this illusion. They want you to stay asleep. They want you to remain in that amnesia stage. New understandings and abilities and higher dimensional connections will occur to the individual who are able to adjust. Now, as the frequency continues to blast us and then rest and then blast us again, we are slowly but lately at an accelerated rate connecting to the physical, to higher dimensions, higher densities, and consciousness that are beyond those who have controlled humans for a very, very long time on the planet. The planet is purging, Earth is purging. And as she purges, the chaos gets worse. The low vibrational beings and entities are hanging on by their very last thread. They're doing everything in their power to stay in their power. They're trying so hard to stop this process. It's unstoppable. This process is going to happen because this is fate. The upshifts in frequency also help the people to awaken. Now, this video is a simplified explanation of the Schumann resonance fluctuations, showing a correlation with the way that the human body has been experiencing this, you know, while examining the scientific proof in the increase of frequency through charts found on the Russian website. There's another website too, the Heart Math site, and I spoke about that earlier, and I will definitely link both of those sites down below, and go and check out both of them and then use the one that most resonates with you. This video was intended to help alleviate the fear of the shift and changes that are currently occurring by providing logical conclusions. It is not intended to keep anyone from seeking medical attention. So if you are experiencing any of those symptoms, make sure that you clear yourself with your doctor. Make sure you are healthy. And if you are and nothing's wrong with you, you have a clean bill of health, then it's the ascension. It's these frequency waves, okay? And this video is not a complete explanation of the bigger picture of why, all of these frequencies and energies and shifts that are happening, why it's occurring, and where these waves are coming from. I don't have all the answers. I'm just sharing with you my knowledge, my research, and my experience. A lot of people are promoting fear porn, and they're telling you that, what's going on with the planet, what's going on with your body, it's the rapture, it's the end of days, and it's not the rapture, it's not the end of days. I mean, it's an ending, but not like ending as like the earth is going to blow up and we're all going to die. You don't have to go buy a bug out bag and go bug out. That's not what's happening. A shift is occurring, a spiritual shift is occurring, and we are moving from the third dimension to higher dimensions. So of course, a lot of this activity and weather is going to amp up and cause a lot of chaos and a lot of damage. You just have to embrace it, acknowledge it, and be aware of it. If you know that you're going to get hit with a hurricane and flooding could occur, do what you need to do to go to a safer location with your family so that you guys can all be safe. So have no fear, starseeds. Remember, you are all infinite and divine. Please use your own discernment and do your own research to understand more about this phenomena that's happening. And please share this video so that those who are having difficulties can use the techniques described in this video to alleviate their symptoms or alleviate their fear, and to help them adjust their symptoms, and to help them adjust the way that they think, to realign their thoughts. Practice self-love. We need to take care of ourselves in a more holistic way and embrace the changes that are coming in. Embrace everything. Try not to think negative. Try to raise your vibration, think positive, and it's all basically you can do. I know it's easier said than done to raise your vibration in a shitty situation, but try to think positive. You are not going crazy, and you are definitely not alone in this process. Many people started consciously working with these energetic frequencies years ago and have reported on what has worked best for them to be able to feel more better. And so far, the ways to alleviate these symptoms, they've worked for me. I'm one of those people. I no longer suffer when these huge waves hit. I suffer, but I don't suffer like I used to. Sending all you guys lots of love, lots of light, and lots of healing energy.